And welcome back to Game Escape, here today to offer a quick review of Trackmania 2 Stadium for the PC, a game that I picked up over this winter's Steam sale, and I've been really impressed with this game. I have never played a Trackmania game before, partly because there was always the issue of cost. I think this game was $10, the other ones in at least the Trackmania 2 series are $19.99 each, and I always thought, well, I have a lot of other racing games, and I'm not really sure that I want to invest in this series, which was unfortunate because this game is really fun. So when this popped up on Steam, I think Trackmania 2 Stadium was about $2 or $3, and the others are currently $9.99 as of the date of this recording. I also picked up Valley for, I think, $4.99. So that was, the right price and really just the right time for me to get into these games. Have some vacation, and I figured, well, let's try them out. Great decision. Trackmania 2 is a game that I think tries to combine a couple different ideas and does it so well. I think it's part Mario Kart F-Zero in its kind of track layout and execution. It also very much reminds me of the RC car hobby, which I kind of remember being popular in the late 80s, early 90s, at least in my area. There used to be these stores where hobbyists, they'd buy the cars and then they'd sort of construct very detailed and intricate tracks, and you could do this at home. There were a couple sort of home sets that allowed you to do this, and you can kind of build loops that your cars go through. And then I think it also kind of captures the speed and the fun of a roller coaster, again, due to the fact that you can create these really intricate, winding tracks and loops when you play the game through the editor feature. This is a really fun package, and I've been spending a tremendous amount of time on it, at night, just trying to learn the tracks that come with the game and progress through all of those. And then, of course, there's the online feature, which is also fun. So when you first log in to the game, you are presented with a couple of different options. You have basically a whole bunch of different sort of solo tracks, circuit play, which allow you to learn the mechanics of the game. This is a time trial based racing game. You are never actually racing against other racers, whether they're computer controlled or sort of online human opponents. You're actually racing them in a given race. You can sort of drive right through them. You are just trying to post the best time on a given track. And in the solo mode, you're given an opponent at 3 levels. There's the bronze, silver, and gold level, and you're just trying to finish the track before they do. You can also race against a ghost of yourself and kind of track your performance on each track that way. There's a couple different ones, and they sort of basically introduce all the different track elements, from the fairly standard, turbo boost sections of the track, the loops, the different obstacles that you have to drive through, the jumps, drifts. There's a sort of a patch that is a freewheeling patch that stops your tires and forces you to coast for a portion of the track. So that, I think, is a good, solid introduction. It's a lot of fun to play, and it's quite challenging. I mean, it is fairly difficult to get gold in every single track. Then you have the online component, which is really a lot of fun. It's a very casually competitive mode. As I said, you're not actually racing against real people. You can drive right through all of your opponents. You'll sort of clip right through them. You just want to get the best time. And there's so many different servers, it seems like, all over the world where people are driving competitively. And it's really fun to log in to a game and see how you do. I've had experiences where there are 4 or 5 people playing on a given server. I've also had some experiences, and you'll see it here, where there are 57 people on a track, and it's kind of wacky. I mean, they'll all be there, you'll see all of their positions, but again, you're just trying to post the best time. There's also a fairly robust track editor with a simple and advanced mode, and you can create all kinds of absolutely wacky, crazy tracks. I haven't experimented with this too much because I've been having so much fun actually just playing the game. But as you, I guess, play competitively and you log into the different servers, people will kind of create different tracks for you to race on. You can create your own, submit them to the community. It's a really, really nice feature, and I think probably when I initially heard of this game, this was the feature. This was the idea, that this was a game that allowed you to create tracks, and you seem to have a pretty wide palette on which to create and really come up with some cool designs. So overall, this is a very, very fun racing game. I would dare to say that this is a really, really good casual game in the sense that it's pure arcade pick up and play racing action, and I appreciate that. Sometimes you just want to sit down and get into a game, and this allows you to do that, particularly within the online community that's built around here. I mean, I haven't had any problems finding servers. They're all over the place. No lag. Like I said, when you have upwards of 50 people in a given race, they'll sort of pop in and pop out, and it looks weird, but it doesn't actually affect the gameplay. But it's a simple concept. It's taking one of the more mundane modes in racing games, the time trial, which was useful for learning tracks and trying to become great at a given racing game, but it takes this mode and makes it a heck of a lot of fun, and does it in a really simple and I think, quite frankly, beautiful visual style. It is, I think, a wonderful, wonderful deal. Yeah, I think it's at the $5 price point. Would recommend it at the $5 price point. Like I said, there's also the other two elements of this game, Canyon and Valley. I picked up Valley, which I guess is supposedly a little bit more full-featured, but Stadium has been so much fun that I haven't been able to put it down. So kudos to Natio for making a really, really fun game that fires, pardon the pun, on all cylinders, and do pick it up if you want a quick burst of fun. So thank you as always for watching Game Escape, and I'll be back shortly with another video.